Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Charlie, and I want to help you build wealth in real estate. Real estate can be a phenomenal investment vehicle if you know what you're doing. The problem is it's really risky and can be extremely confusing. So I'm here to demystify real estate, and I'm here to help you build wealth. Hey, guys, hope you're doing well today. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment if you want. Today, we're going to talk about interest rates. We're sitting in March 2023 right now. And over the last year or so, interest rates have skyrocketed. They've gone up because inflation was so hot. And so one way that the government controls inflation is to make the cost of borrowing more expensive. And that means raising interest rates. And so I have a really cool tool that I wanted to show everyone in just a minute, but I have been saying for a few months now that I personally think interest rates will start to decline towards the end of 2023, Q4 2023. And I think in Q1 of 2024, they'll decline as well. And maybe later in this year, I think rates will plateau. They may drop a little bit, but I definitely think Q1 of 2024 is when they're going to start dropping. I don't think we're going to see super low interest rates like we've seen over the last several years. I don't think we're going to see that for a while, if ever. And so as a real estate investor, I keep a very, very close watch on the interest rates because going up just a little bit in interest rate can cause a huge impact to the market. And so I've been keeping an eye on this for a long time, and I will continue to do so. I am going to share my screen, and this is a website from cmegroup.com, and it's just the Fed Watch is what this tool is called. So kind of want to just give a quick overview of what we're looking for here. If you see down here, it says target rate in BPS. BPS is commonly called BIPS. It's also something that in the finance industry, instead of saying we're going to raise rates by 0.5% or 0.5%, a lot of people say BIPS, we'll raise it by 50 BIPS. So you can see it as 1 interest point is equivalent to 100 BIPS or 100 BPS. And so right here, these bars, and as we click on the top, we're going to look at future, these are projections, but we're going to see more bars. And so what this shows is currently, and we're sitting here on the 8th of March, currently 20.6% of experts think that the interest rate is going to go up. The next Fed meeting is March 22 of this year, and they think that the interest rate will be somewhere between 4.75 or 5%. Or again, if we refer to it in BIPS, it would be 475 to 500 BIPS. On the flip side, close to 80% think it's actually going to be higher than that. They think it's going to be 5% to 5.25%. Or again, in BIPS, 500 BIPS to 525 BIPS. The next meeting is going to be May 3rd. So after this upcoming Fed meeting, the next one is going to be in early May. And so I want to go back and forth just a little bit. I mentioned that there's going to be some additional bars. So in this upcoming meeting, experts are saying about 1/5 think it's going to be 4.75 to 5%. And the remaining 80% think it's going to be 5% to 5.25. But if we go to May, look at that. 13% are saying it's going to be 5%. None of them are saying it's going to be 4.75 to 5%. So there's a consensus among experts that the interest rate is definitely rising, and the minimum would be 5% to 5.25%. However, the majority, almost 60%, think that the interest rate is going to be 5.25 to 5.5%. And then about 28% think it's going to be even higher at 550 bips to 575 bips. When we look at June, so now we're looking 3 months away, we see that only 1.4% think that it's going to be 5% to 5.25%, and we're seeing the majority are at 5.5 to 575. So if we go back to today, the majority think it's going to be 5 to 5.25. We go to June, only 1% think it's going to be 5 to 5.25. The majority think it's going to be raised 0.5% or 50 basis points to 5.5% to 5.75%. And as we look at July, we're getting a little bit more of an even spread. You can see 9% think it's going to be close to 6% interest rate. And as we keep going, now you have about 11% think it's going to be 6%. So as we go back through these, you can see that the consensus is, most experts think it'll be around 5%. But in July, they think it'll be 5.5 to 5.75. And in September, we're getting a more even spread. So a lot of experts are actually thinking that between July and September, that the interest rate is going to start plateauing, or maybe it'll still go up, but it's not going to go up as much. The experts are definitely more divided then. If we look at November, it looks like the 5.25 was at 11% in September. November, it's saying 16% of experts think it'll drop. So in about September, we're looking at a lot of experts say that it'll either go up by a little bit, it'll stay the same, or it'll come down by a little bit. And then in November, we're kind of getting that spread again. And then here we are looking at December. Now the majority, and not the majority, but 37% think it's going to be 5.5. So what that tells me as a real estate investor is rates are going to continue to rise, probably at least till August or September. And then September, what I've been saying for several months, in September, rates will start plateauing. If they do go up, it'll be just a little bit, or they'll stay the same or potentially drop. And then in November, same thing. They may go up, but it's more likely they'll stay the same or drop. And then in December, they'll start dropping. Now, these up here, this is January. So all these in gray are actually 2024. And we can see that from December, about 37% of experts think 5.5% would be the interest rate. And in January, that went from 37% to 31%. So as we go up and go up, we are looking like May or so of next year, 30% think it's going to drop. So bottom line, what I've been saying for a while, and I talk to a lot of lenders all the time just to get a really good gauge of where the interest rates are. Typically what happens when interest rates rise, they do go up for about 18 months. And towards the end of that 18 months, if they're going up, it's smaller increases. But typically they'll plateau. And then after about 18 to 24 months, they'll start declining again. So if we go out a full year from today, we could expect rates at about 5.25 to 5.5%. Whereas right now they're down here close to the 4. So they'll still be higher in a year than they are right now, but that is going to start decreasing. And then if we go and look at a year, almost 2 years from now, a lot of experts are thinking we're going to be 4 to about 4.75%. So we're going to be somewhere in here where rates would actually be lower in a year and a half or so than they are today. So I hope you like this this video about interest rates. When interest rates go up, it's more expensive to buy a home than it would be if interest rates stayed the same or went down. So a lot of people are actually sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to drop. And if you are one of those people, we're looking like Q1 of next year and Q2 of next year is when they'll kind of plateau and start coming down. But if you're looking to get a really good rate, probably want to hold off to the end of 2024 or so. Obviously, these are just predictions. I wish I could forecast and know the future. I don't. None of us do. So these are just predictions or projections from a lot of different experts. Again, this website is cmegroup.com, and it's called the Fed Watch Tool right here. There's a lot of other things that you can look at. We didn't talk too much about this down here, but this just shows the probability where the experts were March 7th, March 1st, April, all that. So it kind of gives you an idea. Also has some historical information in here. That's a lot to look at. Not gonna go into that, but you can certainly play around with it. You can look at all the interest rate hikes. You can compare, contrast, all that. So there's a lot of really cool features on this. If you like the financial side of real estate, definitely give it a look. I'm very analytical, so I use this in my underwriting guides as well, just to kind of project, at least give me some more data points to understand where the rates could be if we go to either sell a property or refinance a property, because those are extremely important on the value of your property. So I use this as a really good guide to figure out about what the interest rates would be in a couple of years. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a great day.